では、始めましょうかね。今日は短めにですが、やってみたいかなと思います。久しぶりに音声付きですね。普通に勉強して英会話してって感じで進めます。これぐるんと回したときにできるブログログラーってやつでしょ。回転軸はボール方の回転体に対してカーバーの回転体に対してまた、できるボーナスは図を動く見ると X 軸に対して左右対称だから右3分解で左半分の2半分を使い3分解する。3でしょ ?3 マイナス3じゃん。これは全部取って、こっからこうぐるーっとぐるーっとやって、こう多分引いていけばいいと思うんだけどさ。はい。マイナス X9。2乗引く2乗だからさ、3引く X に足す、ダメだ。2乗引く2乗だもん。だから2乗の枠から取られる。これはプラスの方。 y イコール5マイナス、こんな感じ。プラスのからここからここまでの面積、ここからここまでの面積とここからここまでの面積を引いている。いいの対象なんだから2乗しちゃえばいいんじゃねえのって、2倍しちゃえばいいんじゃねえのって思ったよな。ああ、引けばいいのか、そうかそうか。ここか、ここかになるのか。ああ、0から3までの方がいいね。確かに。そういうことか。3と0一緒だからもう一緒にやってればいいじゃんって話があるんだったな。確かにそうそうです。2乗引く2乗ってさな。2乗引く2乗だから、そうだね。4と5、5、みたいな。だからこれが消えると9でしょ。10と、これ消えて、10と9だから20。はい。 こで。右シャフト。半径かける半径。半径3段にする。はい。9回分のところです。また、ちゃんと、いまいちわかんない。だから脳に染み込んでない。いや、わかるよ。2πでしょ ?2π だとしたら。頭で考えるわかるよ。これがさ、まあ、3x じゃん。1でぐるぐる回るわけよ、3x って。で、π でしょで、3π とかさ、まあ、3π、2π というような感じで入ってるわけだ。で、基本的にはサインが、例えばサインは y 座標だから、 2分の1、ここで1になり、ここでマイナス1をというような、形になってるわけですよ。はい、こんな感じ。で、パイの時0。減点の時も0。減点の時0だよね。そう、減点の時も0。というわけで、0だよ。ということで簡単で、サイン X っていうのは、サイン波っていうのはこういう直線を描くと。で、コサインは逆で、これをちょっとずらして1なんですよ。コサイン1。で、こっちで0になる。で、1、0。こういう流れ。つまりこういうこと。っていうのを理解はしてるんだけど、やっぱりパッとってこないから、こんな感じ。追っかけなんですよ、実は。なんで、これが、だからコサイン先輩と、これがコサイン X。サイン X さんとサイン X さんといったわけですね。で、X が2回までらしいんで、ここでおしまいですね。はい。で、0かららしいから、これ、点々点々。というような形で続いていくと。そんな、コサイン先輩ですが、これの合成関数、つまり、サイン X が上、コサイン X で囲まれている部分を X 軸の周りで、くるくる回しちゃおうということですね。はいはいはい。これ、ここでございますね。重複してる部分があるよね。たっぷり。ということで、これを反転させてあげなきゃいけない。で、これを折り返す。つまり、これ y イコールコサイン x、y イコールサイン x だけど、普通に考えたらどっちを折り返せばいいかっていうと、マイナスサイン x を折り返せばいいのかな。ていうか、そうか。お互いに、つまり絶対値をつけたと思っていこうか。絶対値をつけたもんだというふうに思ってやるとどうなるかと言いますと、さっきと同じように π、2分の 3π、2分の 1π。さあ、ここに対してどうだと。マイナス1という話で、ここに対して、コサイン x さんがこう来ると。で、普通だったら、こう来たら、こちらということで、今までだったらやっていたんですが、ここで、こっちになっちゃうんですよ。なので、π が、つまり、こう、マイナス1がそんなにしない世界だと思ってください。こっちに行こうと思ったら、π さん、あれですか、こうなる。つって、今まで、サインから π で一番マイナス1というのが、ただ山を描くようになり、こんな風になった。つまり、で、逆に、こっちで山を描くようになる子もいる。はい、こんな感じ。だから、これが y イコールサイン x なんだけど、ここに来ると y イコールマイナスサイン x になると。で、こいつが y イコールコサイン x なんだけど、こっちで跳ね返ると y イコールコサインマイナスコサイン x という形になる。で、今回これの重複してる部分だから、ここ。ここだ。これが今回求めたいやと。正方点の x 座標が何になるかというと、こうに関しては、 からここと最初ここからここ引けばいいんだな。回転体の面積の数字はこれでいいのか。通軸回り、通軸回りじゃないかだから、システム2倍なのは何なのかと出る方が。2倍でいいのか。2倍だから。4分の3と中心にこう、小さい。これは4分の1パイから4分の3パイに向かって、このサイン X、サインの2乗 X ね。そうか、サインの2乗 X か。サインの2乗 X が、流れていきます。で、そこから、コサインのから4分のパイから、コサイン2分の1まで。そしてコサインのと X の dx という形になっている。時間がないな。失礼しました。
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Can you hear and see me well?
Yeah.
Okay, that's perfect. It's been a while. How have you been?
Sorry, is it before? Sorry.
How have you?
I can't.
It's been a while. How have you been?
Sorry, I forgot lessons. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no problem at all. I see. That's great. How did you spend your day? It's Friday today.
Yeah. Right.
How did you spend your day? What did you do today? Just work?
Just work. Yes.
I see. How about after or like tomorrow, the weekend? Do you have plans for the weekend?
I go to supermarket. Only just only supermarket.
The supermarket.
Yeah.
I see. And relaxing time for the weekend. But you don't work on the weekend, right?
Right.
Okay, that's good to hear. So enjoy the rest of your weekend. But before that, let's have your color lesson again. And this would be stage 2 full stage revision. Is that correct?
Okay.
Okay, you're at the end already. Let's start with the question. What's the negative of I have? What's the negative of I have? The negative of I have is
I have not.
That is correct. What's the construction of I have not? What's the construction of I have not? The construction of I have not is
I haven't.
Okay, next. Have I got 4 arms? Have I got 4 arms? No, you haven't got 4 arms. You've only got
2 arms.
2 arms. Very good. Have you got 2 heads? Have you got 2 heads? No, I haven't got 2 heads. I've only got
one head.
That's good. Can you see the chart?
Yeah.
Alright, has he got 2 noses? Has he got 2 noses? No, he hasn't got 2 noses. He's only got 1 nose. Okay, that is correct. Has she got 3 hands? Has she got 3 hands? No, she hasn't got 3 hands. She's only got
2 heads.
That is correct. Have we only got 1 mouth? Have we only got 1 mouth? No, we haven't only got 1 mouth. We've got 2 mouths. Okay, have they got 8 ears? Have they got 8 ears? No, they haven't got 8 ears. They've only got 4 ears. Okay, now let's continue. Are your shoes the same as my shoes? Are your shoes the same as my shoes? No, my shoes aren't the same as your shoes. They're different from your shoes. Okay, are the French the same as the Russians? Are the French the same as the Russians? No, the French aren't the same as the Russians. They're different from the Russians. Okay, next. Are your eyes the same color as my eyes? Are your eyes the same color as my eyes? Yes or no?
Yes.
My eyes are the same color as your eyes. Okay, do the people in Brazil speak the same language as the people in Japan? Do the people in Brazil speak the same language as the people in Japan? No, the people in Brazil don't speak the same language as the people in Japan. They speak a different language from the people in
Japan.
That is correct. What do the words anybody and somebody mean in Japanese? What do the words anybody and somebody mean in Japanese? The words anybody and somebody means in Japanese. Okay, what's the difference between anybody and somebody? What's the difference between anybody and somebody? The difference between anybody and somebody is that we use anybody in questions and negative sentences, whereas we use somebody in positive sentences. Very good. Can you see the chart?
Yeah.
Alright, is there anybody in this room? Is there anybody in this room? Yes, there's somebody
in this room.
Okay, is there anybody speaking to you? Is there anybody speaking to you? Yes, there's somebody speaking to me. Okay, is there anybody sitting there on that chair? Is there anybody sitting there on that chair? Yes, there's somebody sitting on that chair. Okay, next. Is there anybody sitting on the floor? Is there anybody sitting on the floor? No, there isn't anybody sitting on the floor. Is there anybody in this room wearing a yellow hat? Is there anybody in this room wearing a yellow hat? No, there isn't anybody in this room wearing a yellow hat. Okay, is there anybody in the corridor? Is there anybody in the corridor? No, there isn't anybody in the... Okay, next. Who's speaking English in this room? Who's speaking English in this room? We're speaking English in this room. Okay, who's speaking French in this room? Who's speaking French in this room? Nobody's speaking French in this room. Okay, who's wearing clothes in this room? Who's wearing clothes in this room? We're wearing clothes in this room. Okay, who's wearing a yellow hat in this room? Who's wearing a yellow hat in this room? Nobody's wearing a yellow hat in this room. Who's giving you an English lesson? Who's giving you an English lesson? You're giving me an English lesson. Who's in the corridor? Who's in the corridor? Nobody's in the corridor. Okay, now imagine I am walking. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're walking. Okay, next. So where am I walking to? Where am I walking to? You're walking to the
window.
Okay, do you like walking? Do you like walking? Yes or no?
I like walking.
Okay, does she like walking? Does she like walking? Yes or no?
No,
She doesn't like walking. She dislikes walking. Okay, next. Yes, that is correct. Can you see the chart?
Yeah.
Alright. Is this Mr. Brown's shirt? Is this Mr. Brown's shirt? Yes, it's Mr. Brown's shirt. Okay, next. Is this Anna Brown's dress? Is this Anna Brown's dress? No, it isn't Anna Brown's dress. It's Mrs. Brown's dress. That is correct. Next. Is this Jack Brown's arm? Is this Jack Brown's arm? No, it isn't Jack Brown's arm. It's Mr. Brown's arm. That is correct. Is this Mr. Smith's ear? Is this Mr. Smith's ear? No, it isn't Mr. Smith's ear. It's Jack Brown's ear. Okay, that is correct. Let's continue. What's my right hand doing? What's my right hand doing? Your right hand's moving up and down. That is correct. Next, do you sit down after the lesson? Do you sit down after the lesson? No, I sit down after the lesson. I stand up after the lesson. Okay, how much is a quarter of 40? How much is a quarter of 40? Tens, a quarter of 40. Okay, how much is a quarter of 1,000? How much is a quarter of 1,000? 250 is a quarter of 1,000. Okay, what's a quarter of 10? What's a quarter of 10? 2.5 is a quarter of 10. That is correct. What's a quarter of 5? What's a quarter of 5? 1 and a quarter is a quarter of 5. Okay, are you teaching me English? Are you teaching me English? No, I'm not teaching you English. I am learning English from you. Do you learn Spanish? Do you learn Spanish? No, I don't learn Spanish. I learn English. Okay, do you like learning a language? Do you like learning a language? Yes, I like learning a language. Okay, can you see the chart? Does he like learning a language? Does he like learning a language? Yes, he likes learning language. And that is correct. Is English grammar difficult? Is English grammar difficult? No, English grammar isn't difficult. It's easy. Okay, is Chinese an easy language to learn? Is Chinese an easy language to learn? No, Chinese isn't an easy language to learn. It's a difficult language to learn. Okay, is it difficult for you to speak your language? Is it difficult for you to speak your language? No, it isn't difficult for me to speak my language. It's easy. Okay, that is correct. Is it generally easy for people to write with their left hand? Is it generally easy for people to write with their left hand? No, it isn't generally easy for people to write with their left hand. It's difficult. Okay, next. What's my pen doing? What's my pen doing? Your pen's hanging between your finger and your thumb. Okay, can you see the chart? Okay, next. Is there a light hanging from the ceiling? Is there a light hanging from the ceiling? Yes, there's a light hanging from the ceiling. Okay, is there a map hanging on that wall? Is there a map hanging on that wall? Yes, there's a map hanging on that wall. Okay, next, are you doing a course at this school? Are you doing a course at this school? Yes, I am doing a course at this school. Is it an Italian course? Is it an Italian course? No, it isn't an Italian course. It's an English course. Okay, how can a person learn English? How can a person learn English? A person can learn English by doing a course at a school. Okay, how do you come to school? By car, by bus, by train, or on foot? How do you come to school? By car, by bus, by train, or on foot? I come to school by bus. Okay, nice. How does he come to school? How does he come to school? He comes to school on foot. Okay, next. How do you go home after the lesson? How do you go home after the lesson? I go home after the lesson by car. Okay, next. Are you married? Are you married? Yes or no? No, I'm not married. I'm single. I'm single. That is correct. Next, is Mr. Brown single? Is Mr. Brown single? No, Mr. Brown isn't single. He is. Okay, next, is Miss Brown married? Is Miss Brown married? No, Miss Brown isn't married. She is single. That is correct. Next, has Mr. Brown got a wife? Has Mr. Brown got a wife? Yes, Mr. Brown's got a wife. That is correct. Has Mrs. Brown got a husband? Has Mrs. Brown got a husband? Yes. Mrs. Brown's got a
got a husband.
That is correct. Is Mrs. Brown's husband standing behind the house? Is Mrs. Brown's husband standing behind the house? No, Mrs. Brown's husband isn't standing behind the house. Is standing in front of
the house.
Okay, next. What's your mother's name? What's your mother's name? My mother's name is
Yukiko.
Okay, what's your father's name? What's your father's name? My father's name is
Haruhiko.
Okay, what's your father's mother's name? What's your father's mother's name? My father's mother's name is
Kimiyo.
Okay, what's the plural of child? What's the plural of child? The plural of child is
children.
Okay, how many children have your mother and father got? How many children have your father and mother got? My mother and father have got
3 children.
Okay, are you an only child? Are you an only child? No, I'm not.
Only child.
Okay, very good. Can you see the chart?
Yeah.
Alright, what do we call this? What do we call this? We call this an Okay, what do we call the people in Brazil? What do we call the people in Brazil? We call the people in Brazil Brazilian. Very good. What do we call the thing we wear on our heads? What do we call the thing we wear on our heads? We call the thing we wear on our heads a hat. A hat. Okay, next, what do people generally call their mother and father? What do people generally call their mother and father? People generally call their mother and father mom and
dad.
Okay, next, are my hands both on the table? Are my hands both on the table? No, your hands aren't both on the table. One's on the table and the other's on your
shoulder.
Okay, next, are my hands both closed? Are my hands both closed? No, your hands aren't both closed. One's closed and the other's
open.
Okay, can you see the chart?
Okay.
Alright, next, are these pencils both red? Are these pencils both red? No, these pencils aren't both red. One's red and the other's
yellow.
Okay, next, what's this? What's this? It's a
It's a book.
What kind of book is this? What kind of book is this? It's an
book.
It's an English book.
It's an English.
Okay, next, what kind of room is this? What kind of room is this?
It's a room.
It's a classroom.
It's a classroom.
Okay, what kind of car do you prefer? What kind of car do you prefer? I prefer
car.
What kind of car?
But I prefer sports car.
Okay, next, give me some examples of prepositions, please. Give me some examples of prepositions, please. Some examples of prepositions are on, under, in, and from. Where do you come from? Where do you come from?
I come from Japan.
Okay, next, where do I come from? Where do I come from? You come from Philippines. Next, what do we speak with? What do we speak with? We speak with our
mouth.
Okay, imagine we have table here. Where am I taking the book from? Where am I taking the book from? You're taking the book from the Okay, what am I putting the pen under? What am I putting the pen under? You're putting the pen under the Okay, next, what are you sitting on? What are you sitting on? I'm sitting
on the chair.
Okay, next, tell me the names of the 4 cardinal points, please. Tell me the names of the 4 cardinal points, please. The names of the 4 cardinal points are north, south,
east, west.
That is correct. Is Portugal east of Spain? Is Portugal east of Spain? No, Portugal isn't east of Spain. It's west of
Spain.
That is correct. Is Paris in the south of France? Is Paris in the south of France? No, Paris isn't in the south of France. It's in the north of
France.
That is correct. Is Germany east or west of Italy? Is Germany east or west of Italy? No, Germany isn't east or west of Italy. It's north of
Italy.
That is correct. Can you see the chart?
Yeah.
Okay, how many places are there in this room? How many places are there in this room? There are 3 places in this room. Okay, is there anybody sitting in that place? Is there anybody sitting in that place? Yes, there's somebody sitting in that place. Okay, tell me the names of some of the places you like in that country. Tell me the names of some of the places you like in that country. The names of some of the places I like in this country are
Tokyo, Osaka,
etc.
Yeah.
Okay, next, what's the opposite of high? What's the opposite of high? The opposite of high
is low.
What's the opposite of behind? What's the opposite of behind? The opposite of behind is
in front of.
That is correct. What's the opposite of tall? What's the opposite of tall? The opposite of tall is
short.
Okay, what's the opposite of the verb to teach? What's the opposite of the verb to teach? The opposite of the verb to teach is
too long.
That is correct. What's the opposite of with? What's the opposite of with? The opposite of with is
without.
That is correct. Can you read without glasses? Can you read without glasses? Yes or no?
I can't read without glasses.
Okay, next. Can we speak without opening our mouths? Can we speak without opening our mouths? No. We can't speak without opening our
mouth.
Okay, next. Can we walk without moving our legs? Can we walk without moving our legs? No. We can't walk without moving our
legs.
Okay, next. What's the difference between a verb and a noun? What's the difference between a verb and a noun? The difference between a verb and a noun is that a verb is a word we use for an action, whereas a noun is the name of a thing. Give an example of a verb, please. Give an example of a verb, please. Take is a verb. Take is a verb.
Take is a verb.
Okay, give an example of a noun, please. Give an example of a noun, please.
Cat is
a noun. Okay, is the word translation a verb or a noun? Is the word translation a verb or a noun? The word translation is a noun. That is correct. Do we speak Greek during the lesson? Do we speak Greek during the lesson? No, we don't speak Greek during the lesson. We speak
English.
Okay, next. Do you walk about the room during the lesson? Do you walk about the room during the lesson? No, I don't walk about the room during the lesson. Sit on my chair. I sit on my chair. Okay, next. Does he walk about the room during the lesson? Does he walk about the room during the lesson? No, he doesn't walk about the room during the lesson. He sits on his chair. Okay, about how many questions do you answer during the lesson? About how many questions do you answer during the lesson? I answer about
30
questions during the lesson. Okay, next. Are all the people in that town men? Are all the people in that town men? No, not all the people in this town are men. Some are men and some are women. Okay, next. Are all the cars in Europe Fords? Are all the cars in Europe Fords? No, not all the cars in Europe are Fords. Some are Fords and some are Volvos, etc. Okay, next. Are all the people in this school married? Are all the people in this school married? No, not all the people in this school are married. Some are married and some are single. Okay, next. Do the people in Europe speak Spanish? Do the people in Europe speak Spanish? No, not all the people in Europe speak Spanish. Some speak Spanish, some speak French, some speak German, etc. Okay, now let's have this one. Have I got anything in my right hand? Have I got anything in my right hand? Yes. You've got something in your hand. You've got something in your right hand. Okay, next, let's continue. Is there anything on the table? Is there anything on the table? Yes. There is something on the table. Are you wearing anything on your feet? Are you wearing anything on your feet? Yes. I'm wearing something on my feet. Okay, next. Have I got anything in my left hand? Have I got anything in my left hand? No, you haven't got anything in your Okay, next. Is there anything there on the floor? Is there anything there on the floor? No, there isn't anything there on the floor. Are you wearing anything on your head? Are you wearing anything on your head? No, I'm not wearing anything on my head. That is correct. Next, what have I got in my right hand? What have I got in my right hand? You've got a pen in your
right hand.
That is correct. What have I got in my left hand? What have I got in my left hand? You've got nothing in your
left hand.
Okay, can you see the chart?
Yeah.
Okay, what's on the table? What's on the table? There are some books on the. Okay, what's here on the floor? What's here on the floor? And there's nothing there on the floor. Okay, what are you wearing on your feet? What are you wearing on your feet? I'm wearing shoes on my feet. What are you wearing on your head? What are you wearing on your head? I'm wearing nothing on my. Very good. Let's continue. Have I got anything in my hand? Have I got anything in my hand? Yes, you've got something in your hand. That is correct. Have I got nothing in my hand? Have I got nothing in my hand? No, you haven't got nothing in your hand. You've got something in your hand. Okay, next, what does the sentence mean? I'm not writing nothing. What does the sentence mean? I'm not writing nothing. I'm not writing nothing means I'm writing something. Okay, next, what part of the book is this? What part of the book is this? It's the front of the book. Okay, what part of the book is this? What part of the book is this? It's the
side of the book.
Okay, what part of the book is this? What part of the book is this? It's the
top of the book.
What part of the book is this? What part of the book is this? It's the
bottom of the book.
That is correct. What part of the book is this? What part of the book is this? It's the
time of the book.
It's the back. It's the back.
It's the back of the book.
Okay, let's continue. Can you see the chart? Okay, next, where's the pen? Where's the pen? The pen's on the top of the book. Okay, what's on the top of my head? What's on the top of my head? Your hair's on the top of your head. Okay, next, are my ears on the back of my head? Are my ears on the back of my head? No, your ears aren't on the back of your head. They're on the sides of your head. Okay, let's continue. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're smelling the back of your head. One more time. You're smelling the back of your head. Okay, next. What do we smell with? What do we smell with? We smell with our
nose.
That is correct. Has the table got any smell? Has the table got any smell? No, the table hasn't got any smell. Alright, what's the address of this school? What's the address of this school? The address of this school is
ABC Street.
What's your address? What's your address? My address is
ABC Street.
That is correct. Let's continue. Can you see the chart?
Yeah.
Okay, is there a pen on the book? Is there a pen on the book? Yes. There's a pen on the Okay, next, is there another pen on the book now? Is there another pen on the book now? Yes, there's another pen on the book now. Okay, what's another word for mother? What's another word for mother? Another word for mother is
mom.
That is correct. Am I a teacher or a student? Am I a teacher or a student? You're
a teacher.
Okay, is there another teacher in this room? Is there another teacher in this room? No, there isn't another teacher in this room. You're the only teacher. Okay, are there many people in a small village? Are there many people in a small village? No, there aren't many people in a small village. There are few people in a small village. That is correct. Are there few people in a large city? Are there few people in a large city? No, there aren't a few people in a large city. There are many people in a large city. Okay, and we're running out of time. Thank you so much. See you in a few minutes. Bye for now.
Whew.
Hello, can
Hello.
you hear me well?
Yeah.
Okay, it's been a while. Just kidding. How are you? So fine?
So fine. Yes.
Okay, that's good to hear. So this time, let's continue your color lesson, and we're gonna start with stage 2 for stage revision. Let's start with a question. Can you see that chart?
Yeah.
All right, we have this one. Has this book got few pages? Has this book got few pages? No, that book hasn't got a few pages. It's got many pages. Okay, are there many rooms in a small house? Are there many rooms in a small house? No, there aren't many rooms in a small house. There are few rooms in a small house. Okay, have you got any friends? Have you got any friends? Yes, I've got some friends. Okay, are the people in your town friendly? Are the people in your town friendly? Yes or no?
Yes.
The people in my town are friendly. Okay, are the countries of Europe generally friends now? Are the countries of Europe generally friends now? Yes. The countries of Europe are generally friends now. Okay, now we have here. Can you see that chart?
Yeah.
I guess imagine this is me. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're coming into the classroom. Okay, where am I now? Where am I now? You're in the classroom now. That is correct. What's the difference between into and in? What's the difference between into and in? The difference between into and in is that we use into for a thing that moves from one place to another, and in for a thing that stays in one place. In one place. Okay, that's correct. What can you see in this room? What can you see in this room? I can see many things in this room, such as
some pictures
Mhm.
and some people,
Mhm.
etc.
All right. Can you see him? Can you see him? Yes,
I
I can see him. Okay. Can you see any trees from where you're sitting? Can you see any trees from where you're sitting? Yes or no?
No.
I can't see any trees from where I'm sitting.
From I'm sitting.
From where I'm sitting.
Okay, from where I'm
I
sitting.
That is correct. What can you see anything in my left hand? Can you see anything in my left hand? No, I can't see anything in your left hand. Okay, what's the difference between why and because? What's the difference between why and because? The difference between why and because is that we cannot use why in questions and because in answers. Okay, why in questions and because in answers. One more time.
Why in question and because in answer.
Alright, can you touch the ceiling? Can you touch the ceiling? No, I can't touch the. Okay, why not? Why not? Because the ceiling is high for me to touch. That is correct. Can you put this book into your pocket? Can you put this book into your pocket? No, I can't put that book in my pocket. Why not? Why not? Because that book's too large to go into my pocket. Okay, next. So why do we do dictations in our lessons? Why do we do dictations in our lessons? We do dictations in our lessons because learning to write in English is important. Okay, why don't we call Grantchester a city? Why don't we call Grantchester a city? We don't call Grantchester a city because it's too small. Grantchester is a village. Okay, how many seconds make a minute? How many seconds make a minute? 60 seconds make a minute. How many minutes make an hour? How many minutes make an hour? 60 minutes make an hour. Can you make a cup of coffee? Can you make a cup of coffee? Yes, I can make a cup of coffee. Can you make a suit? Can you make a suit? Yes or no?
No, I can't make a suit.
Give me some examples of adjectives, please. Give me some examples of adjective, please. Some examples of adjectives are
adjectives.
black, white, large, small, etc. Okay, next is the word book. An adjective. Is the word book an adjective? No. The word book isn't an adjective. It's a noun. Okay, which word is the adjective in the sentence? The green pen is on the floor. Which word is the adjective in the sentence? The green pen is on the floor. The word green.
The word green is adjective
in that sentence. Okay, in English, do you put the adjective before or after a noun? In English, do you put the adjective before or after a noun? In English, we put an adjective before a noun. Give me some examples, please. Give me some example, please. A blue book, a high ceiling, an easy language. Okay, next, what am I doing? What am I doing? You're eating. What am I eating? What am I eating? You're eating food. Okay, do you eat all food? Do you eat all food? No, I don't eat all food. Some I eat and some I don't eat. That is correct. Do people generally dislike the smell of food? Do people generally dislike the smell of food? No. People don't generally dislike the smell of food. They like the smell of food. Okay, next in the sentence, there are no cinemas in my town. What's the meaning of the word no? In the sentence, there are no cinemas in my town. What's the meaning of the word no? In the sentence, there are no cinemas in my town. The meaning of the word no is not any. There aren't any cinemas in my town. Okay, make another sentence with the word no, please. Make another sentence with the word no, please. We have no friends in London. Okay, next, how many sons has your dad got? How many sons has your dad got? My dad's got
3 sons.
Okay, how many daughters has your mom got? How many daughters has your mom got? My mom's got
1 daughter.
Okay, next, are you a son or a daughter? Are you a son or a daughter? I'm a
son.
Okay, have you got any brothers? Have you got any brothers? Yes, I've got some.
I've got some brothers.
Okay, have you got any sisters? Have you got any sisters? Yes or no?
No, I don't.
I haven't got any sisters. Okay, how many brothers have you got? How many brothers have you got? I've got
2 brothers.
That is correct. What's the difference between parents and relative? What's the difference between parents and relative? The difference between parents and relatives is that parents are mother and father, whereas relatives are all the other people in the family, such as brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts, cousins, etc. Okay, what does the word uncle mean? What does the word uncle mean? The word uncle means your mother's brother or your father's brother. Okay, what does the word aunt mean? What does the word aunt mean? The word aunt means your mother's sister or your father's sister. That is correct. What does the word cousin mean? What does the word cousin mean? The word cousin means your uncle's child or your aunt's child. That is correct. Have you got more fingers than thumbs on your hands? Have you got more fingers than thumbs on your hands? Yes. I've got more fingers than thumbs on my hands. Okay, are there more people in a town than in a village? Are there more people in a town than in a village? Yes. There are more people in a town than in a village. Okay, next, can you see the chart? Okay, next. Has the blue book got more pages than the red book? Has the blue book got more pages than the red book? Yes. There are more pages in the blue book than in the red book. Okay, now we have here, what am I doing? What am I doing? You're breaking your pen. Okay, can you break the window with a chair? Can you break the window with a chair? Yes, I can break the window with a chair. Can you break the table with your hands? Can you break the table with your hands? No, I can't break the table with my hand. Okay, that is correct. Next. Alright, imagine this is me. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're going out of the room. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? You're coming into the room. Okay, very good. Let's continue. Do you go out of the classroom before the lesson? Do you go out of the classroom before the lesson? No, I don't go out of the classroom before the lesson. I come into the classroom before the lesson. Okay, next, about how many people do you think there are in Japan? About how many people do you think there are in Japan? I think there are about how many people?
1 million
People in Japan. Okay, next, do you think there's anybody in the other room? Do you think there's anybody in the other room? Yes or no?
No,
I don't think there's anybody in the other room. Okay, what do you think I've got in my pocket? What do you think I've got in my pocket? I think you've got
some something
in your pocket. Okay, next, when you speak English, do you think in English or in your language? When you speak English, do you think in English or in your language? When I speak English, I think
in English.
In English. I think in English. One more time. When I speak English, I think in English. Okay, is this a bad pen? Is this a bad pen? No, it isn't a bad pen. It's a good pen. Okay, can you see the chart?
Yeah.
All right. Do you think that's a good picture? Do you think that's a good picture? Yes or no?
Yes, I think it's good picture.
That's a good picture. Are all children good children? Are all children good children? No, not all children are good children. Some are good and some are
bad.
Okay, are all students good at learning languages? Are all students good at learning languages? No, not all students are good at learning languages. Some are good at learning languages, and some are bad at learning languages.
To learning. Some are
At
bad
learning
at
languages.
learning languages.
One more time. Some are bad
Some
at
are
learning
bad
languages.
at learning languages.
Okay, next, do you prefer tea instead of coffee? Do you prefer tea instead of coffee? Yes or no?
Yes,
I prefer tea instead of
coffee.
That is correct. Can we use the word relations instead of relatives? Can we use the word relations instead of relatives? Yes. We can use the word relations instead of relatives.
Instead of relatives. Okay.
That is correct. Do you prefer walking instead of going by car? Do you prefer walking instead of going by car? Yes or no?
No,
I don't prefer walking instead of going by car. I prefer going by car instead of walking. That is correct. Next, what do we put on our bread? What do we put on our bread? We put butter on our bread. Okay, do we prefer eating bread with or without butter? Do you prefer eating bread with or without butter? I prefer eating bread
with butter.
Okay, what color is butter? What color is butter? Butters, yellow or white? Okay, do you generally eat white rice or brown rice? Do you generally eat white rice or brown rice? I generally
eat white rice.
Okay, we have here. Can you see the chart?
Yeah.
Okay, do you think you can carry this table on your back? Do you think you can carry this table on your back? Yes or no?
No.
I don't think I can carry the table on my back. Okay, next, so what are you carrying in your pocket? What are you carrying in your pocket? I'm carrying. What are you carrying in your pocket? What do you have in your pocket?
No.
I'm carrying nothing in my pocket. Okay, what's the difference between wear and carry? What's the difference between wear and carry? The difference between wear and carry is that we use wear for a thing that is on the body, whereas we use carry for a thing that is not on the body. Okay, next. Am I carrying my shoes? Am I carrying my shoes? No, you aren't carrying your shoes. You're wearing them. Okay, next. You're wearing them. Next. Am I wearing a pen? Am I wearing a pen? No, you aren't wearing a pen. You're carrying
a pen.
That is correct. Can you hear me speaking to you? Can you hear me speaking to you? Yes, I can hear you speaking to me. Okay, can you hear anybody in the other room? Can you hear anybody in the other room? Yes or no?
No.
I can't hear anybody in the other room. Okay, next. So what do we hear with? What do we hear with? We hear with our ears.
Our ears.
Okay, we hear with our ears.
We hear with our ears.
That is correct. Can you drive a car? Can you drive a car? Yes or no?
Yes, I can drive a car.
Is there anybody in your family who can't drive a car? Is there anybody in your family who can't drive a car? Yes or no?
Yes, my brother.
There's somebody in my family who can't drive a car. Okay. That is correct. Have you got any money in your pocket? Have you got any money in your pocket? Yes or no?
No.
I haven't got any money in my pocket. Okay, how many pence make a pound? How many pence make a pound? 100 pence make a pound. How many euros make a pound? How many euros make a pound? About 2 euros make a pound. Okay, next. Have I got more thumbs than fingers on my hands? Have I got more thumbs than fingers on my hands? No, you haven't got more thumbs than fingers on your hands. You've got fewer thumbs than fingers on your hands. Okay, can you see the chart?
Yeah.
Okay, next. Has the red book got more pages than the blue book? Has the red book got more pages than the blue book? No, the red book hasn't got more pages than the blue book. It's got fewer pages than the blue book. Okay, next. Are there more people in Europe than in Asia? Are there more people in Europe than in Asia? No, there aren't more people in Europe than in Asia. There are fewer people in Europe than in Asia. Okay, are there more tables in the school than chairs? Are there more tables in the school than chairs? No, there aren't more tables in this school than chairs. There are fewer tables in this school than chairs. Okay, very well. Next, what's the difference between a watch and a clock? What's the difference between a watch and a clock? The difference between a watch and a clock is that we wear a watch on our wrist. Whereas we have clock on the wall or put it on a table. Okay, next, is there a clock in that room? Is there a clock in that room? Yes or no?
Yes,
There's a clock in this
room.
Okay, am I carrying a watch? Am I carrying a watch? No, you aren't carrying a watch. You're wearing a watch. Okay, can you see that chart? Here you go.
Yeah.
Alright, so what's the time by this clock? What's the time by this clock?
It's 3 o'clock.
That is correct. What's the time by this clock? What's the time by this clock? It's 2 minutes.
Minutes past 4.
That is correct. What's the time now? What's the time now? It's 48 minutes past 5. That is correct. Next, how many seconds make a minute? How many seconds make a minute? 60 seconds make a. How many minutes make an hour? How many minutes make an hour? 60 minutes make an hour. Okay, how many hours make a day? How many hours make a day? 24 hours make a day. How many days make a week? How many days make a week? 7 days
makes a week.
How many weeks make a month? How many weeks make a month? About 4 weeks make a
month.
How many months make a year? How many months make a year? 12 months make
a year.
That is correct. Am I touching my chin? Am I touching my chin? Yes, you're touching your.
You're touching your chin.
Am I also touching the table? Am I also touching the table? Yes, you're also touching the table. Give me an example of the word also, please. Give me another example of the word also, please. I can speak my language and I can also speak English. Okay, do you eat meat? Do you eat meat? Yes or no?
Yes, I eat meat.
What color sugar? What color sugar?
Sugar's white.
Or
brown.
That is correct. Do we put sugar on meat? Do we put sugar on meat? No, we don't put sugar on meat. We put it in tea or coffee. Alright, what are the possessive adjectives? What are the possessive adjectives? The possessive adjectives are my,
yours,
his, her,
its, our, yours, your, their.
That is correct. What are the possessive pronouns? What are the possessive pronouns? The possessive pronouns are mine, yours, his, hers, ours,
yours, theirs.
That is correct. What are the difference between possessive adjective and a possessive pronoun? What are the difference between a possessive adjective and possessive pronoun? The difference between a possessive adjective and a possessive pronoun is that we put a possessive adjective in front of a noun, whereas we use a possessive pronoun instead of a noun. Give me example, please. Give an example, please. This is my book. And this book is mine. This is mine. Okay, next. Is this your ear? Is this your ear? No, that isn't my ear. It's your ear. Okay, next. Is this ear yours? Is this ear yours? No, that ear isn't mine. It's yours. Okay. Is that nose mine? Is that nose mine? No, this nose isn't yours. It's mine. That is correct. Can you see the chart?
Yeah.
Okay, next. Is that dress his? Is that dress his? No, that dress isn't his. It's
hers.
That is correct. Next. Is that suit hers? Is that suit hers? No, that suit
isn't hers.
It's
his.
That is correct. Next, are those hands his? Are those hands his? No, those hands aren't his. They're hers. Okay, that's correct. Next, are those arms hers? Are those arms hers? No, those arms aren't hers. They're his. Okay, that's correct. Next, are those our legs? Are those our legs? No, those legs aren't ours. They're theirs. Okay, next. Are these clothes theirs? Are these clothes theirs? No, these clothes aren't theirs. They're ours. Okay, next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What am I doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What am I doing?
You're counting.
That is correct. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What am I doing? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What am I doing? You're counting the numbers from
6 to 10.
To 10. That is correct. Count the numbers from 100 to 105, please. Count the numbers from 100 to 105, please. 100.
101, 102, 103, 104, 105.
What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm counting the numbers
from 100 to 105.
Okay, give me some examples of the verbs in the infinitive, please. Give me some examples of the verbs in the infinitive, please. Some examples of verbs in the infinitive are
to play, to eat, to sleep, etc.
Okay, that's great. Which word is the auxiliary verb in the sentence? They can open the window. Which word is the auxiliary verb in the sentence? They can open the window. The word can is the auxiliary verb in that sentence. That is correct. Which word is the auxiliary verb in the sentence? Do they come to school on foot? Which word is the auxiliary verb in the sentence? Do they come to school on foot? The word do is the auxiliary verb in that sentence. Okay, can you see the chart?
Yeah.
Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? You're going out
of the classroom.
Okay, what do I do after the lesson? What do I do after the lesson? You go out of the room after the lesson. Okay, next. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're sitting down. Okay. What do you do before the lesson? What do you do before the lesson? I sit down before the lesson. Okay, next. Can you see the chart?
Yeah.
Okay, next. Of these three books, which book has the most pages? Of these three books, which book has the most pages? Of those three books, the black book has the most pages. Okay, which city in that country has the most people? Which city in that country has the most people?
Yes.
Which city?
Which city?
Tokyo?
Tokyo
is the city in this country which has the most people. Okay, which person in your family reads the most books? Which person in your family reads the most books?
My brother
is the person in my family who reads the most books. Okay, which school in that town has the most students? Which school in that town has the most students?
Nishi school is
the school in this town which has the most students. Okay, do you think Paris is an ugly city? Do you think Paris is an ugly city? No, I don't think Paris is an ugly city. I think it's a beautiful city.
It's a beautiful city.
Thank you so much. Happy weekend. Bye bye.